Jack, thank you very much. And yeah, Austin, you know, you take a look at when things like that happen, sometimes you have a convert's energy, renewed love, getting back out there with your teammates. So cool to see here. Starting off at 157, it is Jude Swisher taking on Colton Washleski. And these are two ranked wrestlers. Swisher 10th, Washleski 24th. So certainly some star power here to start things off. Potentially dangerous. They'll be stood back up.
Yeah, Washleski, a senior. Washleski, sorry, a senior out of, did some time at Ryder, now at Virginia for grad school. So great use of the transfer portal there by Coach Garland and the Virginia Cavaliers. And Swisher is a junior, two-time NCAA qualifier, round of 12, just one win away from becoming All-American last year in Philadelphia at NCAAs. 5-0 on the year, but as you mentioned, Joe, coming in, Penn, Swisher, along with Penn, has not competed on the mat in over a month, which is a really long layoff.
So we'll see if they come out more fresh or more kind of rusty at this point, especially with Virginia having a significant amount of wrestling done yesterday. Already saw one of the impacts of that. Immune system's getting worn down a little bit. 125 match not happening today.
I was talking to Coach Garland of UVA earlier before the match. He's in his 20th season, 202 wins as a Virginia grad. And on the other end, Joe, we talked before, Coach Valenti, also alum of Penn, coaching his alum first season as head coach. 2 wins under his belt.
He's well on his way.
200 more to go to catch up to Coach Garland, who's done a terrific job there in Virginia.
You know, it is interesting, Austin, because, you know, you're as plugged in as anybody to the wrestling scene, but the areas that are represented here in this duel, where you're talking about Virginia, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, it's probably the 3 best wrestling states in the union.
Yeah, these guys are pulling from a lot of those states on the East Coast, guys from all over with academic backgrounds, and you know, we're going to see a lot of guys from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, that area just being close to here. But and there's a takedown by Swisher, who's a Pennsylvania native, Bellefonte High School out near State College. Get on the board quick with a first period takedown. Washleski with a nice Grammy roll here, trying to come out the back. Swisher still getting riding time in one of those funky positions where he's technically on top. And he stays on top as they go out of bounds. 27 seconds left. Got to be different for Swisher because Penn, you know, doing all these Penn matches with you, Joe, we typically start at 125.
Right.
So just throwing another wrench in this, in the quicker lineup, starting in the middle, where Swisher might not be, you know, off the scale, might not be ready to go right away, but obviously proving me wrong here with a takedown.
Yeah, certainly creatures of habit around here. Tradition does matter.
Yep. Got marquee matchup of the night, 157. Why not start there? Why not start off with a bang?
And, you know, back to Swisher, it's not like he had a slow start to his Penn career, but he's really taken off here in the last 6 or 8 months. What's been the difference that he's been able to put together?
Yeah, well, he came in as a 149-pounder just because just needed to fit in the lineup, qualify for nationals, and last year jumped up to 157, maybe a more natural fit for him. Finished in the top 12 as a sophomore, and now just filling out 157 still and just working hard all summer. Great workout partners, putting in the hours that need to get done. Nice replay here, doing everything right. Nice trip, securing the takedown there. Good first period for Swisher.
3-0 lead for Swisher. Washleski trying to answer. And there's the escape. 4-0 for Swisher.
Not sure about you, Joe, but Swisher comes off as a basketball name to me. I'm not sure if you ever played basketball and didn't like it.
There weren't a lot of swishes when I was playing, but I do understand what you're saying.
I've never played, so I wouldn't know what that's like. But yeah, 4-0 lead here. 33 seconds of riding time for Swisher, and there's a potentially dangerous call.
Extra talking to as well at the end of that one. The referees today, Scott Bricker and John Reese. Shoot in Swisher.
Yeah, Washleski doing a good job in these funk roll positions, being high, but there's a nice kick to the face there by Swisher.
Yeah, he saw that.
Not intentional, obviously, but sometimes you're scrambling, you're feet to feet. That's going to happen.
Yeah, no complaints.
So Swisher more aggressive in this first period, got in a few times, capitalized on one, and, you know, Washleski doing a good job scrambling out of those, getting potentially dangerous on a few of them. Going to try and hopefully see some offense from him. If not, we might see a stall call warning here from Scott Bricker, the ref.
Swisher continuing to change levels here. 30 seconds left in the period.
Washleski, pretty local, Flemington, New Jersey, 100 Central, right across the street in New Jersey. Like I said, did his 4 years at Ryder. Nothing wrong with some grad classes at the UVA, right?
Right now, he's trying to use that UVA brain to get out of this situation, but Swisher has him hogtied, and now we head to the third period.
Yeah, good attack there by Washleski. But good counter there by Swisher to get the stalemate at the buzzer, and Washleski's going to go down. So Swisher, 33 seconds of riding time to his advantage. Riding time may come to an effect with 27 seconds of riding time. Gonna see a big mat return here.
And already you can see in this third period, Austin, the change of pace for Swisher. He was kind of more measured and methodical in the first, but he was trying to make something happen right away here in the third.
Yeah, he gets up to 48 seconds of riding time, so not a factor at the moment. Another takedown would essentially be 4 points with a 3-point takedown plus 1 point of riding time. So we'll see if he turns it on here, if he kind of shuts it down, you know, but just knowing this Penn lineup and watching them wrestle, they're not fans of shutting anything down. They're going to keep attacking you no matter the score.
And now Washleski has to make something happen here. Nice. Feeling some momentum shift.
Nice re-attack there, but Swisher backing off the edge a little bit, circling in. Good job there. Both guys hanging on the edge, looking for a fresh start.
Steve Garland saying, let's go, applauding the effort from his wrestler, but running out of time here, 1 minute remaining in the third.
Nice shot there by Swisher, but a little slow to kind of finish. Stays down the mat. Washleski kind of using that to his advantage, getting height here. Kind of limp kneeing around, and we're gonna be scrambling for a little bit. Washleski looking for a cradle. Trying to put Swisher in danger. Swisher doing a good job staying on that leg. Making it really hard for Washleski to lock up that cradle. Nothing, stalemate, 30 seconds left. Looks like Swisher's starting to feel the pressure a little bit, Joe.
That was a pretty dangerous opportunity for Washleski. You can see one shot right away there. He'll have to have at least one more here. 20 seconds left. There's the shot, and there's the takedown to square things up at 4.
15 seconds here. Swisher's got to get out.
Mat return here. 10 seconds left. Can Swisher get the escape? 7 seconds left.
It's a big 7 seconds.
Take another look here at how the score got evened.
Just a nice low double, kind of caught Swisher sleeping a little bit. Again, maybe that first match out, been a month since he competed, first time down to weight, might be a little bit of effect here for Swisher.
Inside, 5 seconds left. And there we go, tied up at 4, so our marquee match of the evening starts out needing extra time. Washleski shooting again.
Same kind of double, and there it is. Washleski, 2 takedowns late in the match, 1 in overtime. Pulls the upset here. UVA bench up to their feet. Nice win for the Cavaliers to start off the bout.
Come from behind win for Washleski. Take a look here. And you talked about it. Wondering if gas was an issue here for Swisher. Beautiful shot, beautiful takedown to start things off with a bang. UVA off and running here as Colton Washleski wins the